Hello YouTube, it is Damien. It is the Rise of a Nation. It's episode 133. Today we have the Champions League group stage draw, followed you by, depending on what the group stage draw is, all 6 games to highlight because we're getting through the group fairly easy, or, like we did last year with the group of death. We'd play 2 games, show you the highlights, play the third one, depending on what the game schedule comes out as well. It all depends on what is coming on here in the draw, and then obviously then the next part of the Champions League group as next episode. If it is a big draw, if it's a quiet one, you will just see all 6 highlights of all 6 games here in this episode, as well as it limits the editing for me and it kind of focuses the episodes on the bigger games in the save. However, we have had a lot go on. There is so much going on. It is ridiculous, and I don't really know where to start. First things first, you probably look at the finances and everyone's going, wow, yeah. We've made some sales and we've bought some people and we've still got 88 million in the bank. I have not spent big. I have spent a little bit, wouldn't say like cautiously, but I've just brought in the guys that I think would improve the squad. Haven't gone in and gone, oh, he's a big name, you just bring him in. I've just kind of gone in, well, we need experience. I brought in the right experience. And I've brought in a player that was from Brazil that I think just kind of fits the sort of centre-back we don't have. I'll talk about him in a second as well. But the money's there to be spent. And yet again, I could spend it in January. I just don't know if I will. The main reason why is I'm actually really happy with the squad. We've played 5 games in the league, 1 all 5, including in Copenhagen 1-0 as well. And I think we're in a very good spot. And obviously one of the signers is flying. Vando's got 5 and 5, which is great. But at the same stage, there could be more money coming in and more money going out, and we're going to explain that in itself at the minute. I think the first place I am going to start is at a sad spot. Eugene F came to me as captain, said, look, boss, I've been here for so long, I don't want to stay here anymore. I've achieved everything here at SFB. I don't think we're going to win the Champions League at the moment. Can we, because that's not going to happen, can I just move abroad into Europe and play football in a different league, experience something else before I retire? And I was like, you know what, mate? For you, yes, I will. And he is about to go to Udinese, which is fine, on loan with a 6.5 mil if they avoid relegation. If they don't, he comes back, that's fine. But more than likely, that is going to happen. Second thing, this guy is doing my head in. Firstly, he said he wants to stay. I was like, great, not a problem, wants to stay, not a problem. He was upset because he wanted to move to Bayern Munich and PSG. And I was like, well, okay then. I don't think they're really ever going to bid. They're interested, but they're never going to bid enough for me, not a problem. Then he's like, you know what, boss, I want to stay, I'm growing, okay. Sevilla came in for 17 million, and I said, no. He wants to stay, I don't need a centre-back. It was a month and a half ago. Mistakes away, made, I should have sold. In the end, time goes by, and I was simming through whilst cleaning my dog's eye, and he put in a transfer request because there was a bid made. There wasn't a bid made. He wanted a new contract as an important player. He's like, I want to be one of the best players on the team. I'm like, you've got to get through Sander Bloom and Agildo, who is, by the way, transfer listed as well. Not by my doing, but the board's transfer listing because he wants to leave. And I was like, look, nope, not doing that. So have a bid in for another centre-back. Brescia and I can't remember who else made the bid here. It's Brescia and someone else that's made a bid. And they were like, Inter's made a bid. He'd probably go to Inter. And Brescia and someone else, another lower league team, made a bid of only like 6 mil. In the end, it got to the stage where they were the only ones offering. I was offering him out for like 15, 18 million for a wonder kid. That's probably a good price. And in the end, I accepted the Brescia one, and he turned around and said, well, I'm happy to stay because it's not a big enough club to go, sort of thing. I was like, right, not a problem. Then at the same time that happened, all of a sudden Inter comes sniffing, everyone comes sniffing, and then goes, no, I want to leave again. So this is the third time he said that he wanted to leave to me in this window. I'm just cutting my ties with him. He's a wonder kid, he's freestyle, I get it. And the reason why he's a decent freestyle wonder kid is his physicals. I look at him technically, and I think he's a shocking centre-back technically. And I think if you're that bad technically at 20, you're not going to improve it too much. Yeah, your physicals and your mentals may improve. Just feel like your technical base is too low. And at 12 heading, 30 marking, 14 tackling, yeah, they may get to the 15s if he's lucky in playing. But the thing is, I've got a Gildo, I've got this new centre-back, which I'm going to show you, and I've got Bloom for a year. You're not playing for at least a year. And then, so I'm deciding to sell. We've got more bids in for him now, so we're going to have a look at this. We have a loan bid. I'm not interested in loans for him. Man City, by the way, keep wanting Campos. I am not selling for anything less than 40 million. So we're just going to reject that again from City on deadline day. So they've made a $12 million bid here, 30% of profit. I am going to accept that. Cologne make a loan bid. Not going to be bothered with the loan, of course. Atlanta make a loan bid. Not going to be bothered with the loan, of course, as well. And Inter make a 12 mil bid as well. I'm going to accept that as well because I have someone else coming in. Important to know that Texema is not homegrown because we've loaned him out a couple of times between the time he came in and he was lent to Nords and whatever. And because of that, he's not become homegrown, which makes me selling him a lot easier. If it was homegrown like Ibe, I definitely wouldn't be open to this. But yeah, there's a lot going on here. Obviously, Neff's leaving. Texema's leaving, and we have a bid in for this boy here, who is a wonder kid as well. And if you compare him to Texema, as you can see, technically better. Natural defender, 17 defending. Second thing is, physically at 19 years of age, same height, but much fucking better physically. You know, he's got similar acceleration, similar agility, much better balance, same jumping reach, much better natural fitness, similar pace, similar, loses out stand, but better strength. But I look at him technically and I'm like, that's a footballer. It's a footballer. You know, he's got 11 passing, 11 first touch. You know, he's got good headering, good marking, good tackling. A year younger, mentally not too bad, got a bit more determination. So for me, where Texema is, you know, very similar to him, 1 year younger, wants to join, where Texema keeps causing issues, I'm going to bring, hopefully, Jaro in here on deadline day as well. Not really going to show you that. Aguila's been making massive bids here, you know, 39 million, 36. I want a 60 mil release fee is what I'm holding on for. If he goes for 60 mil, great. I've got money to spend. I'll buy a centre-back if I have to. And then, yeah. And then apart from that, yep, he got a bid, rejected it. He didn't really care. Lars, by the way, wants to leave. Said, no, you're not leaving, and that's it. Anyhow, transfer histories. You guys would have seen, I think, the back end of these signings. Evander for 14.5 million, obviously, was the last one that you would have seen. However, we made some big sales towards the end of the window last year. Well, towards the start of this season. City came in struggling for players. Dayton Thomas has gone there. Has not played for City at all. They're just struggling for English players. He is not good enough for me. Third choice, I was happy to use him as a centre-back. This is why I bought another one in. Because he's 6'4", kind of fits the build. We've never really had that centre-back that is like, I'm just a big boy, here I am. Thomas was like that. Loved him. Just not a big game player. But apart from that, yeah, in the end, City said, here, look, I'm going to take him off your hand for 10 million, 50%, 45%, I think, whatever he sells on for. I was like, beautiful, not a problem. That is fine by me. Take him. He's okay. Then, Alex Tremble, big bid from Watford. He's worth 31 million. We get 20 or 30% of the profit, whatever he sells on for. He's played 3 games in the Premier League. He's got clauses to get that up to about 32 if he plays like whatever. And you got to remember, Thomas bought him on a free. Tremble was peanuts, I think we got him for. 4.3 million. So we made big profit on Tremble. And we bought a left back in. So massive profit for the boys. Obviously, Penna, you would have sawn. You know, we're talking about Penna. He did go for 32.5 million. Penna, by the way, starting in the Prem, has played 3 games, no goals, but had a 7. So he's adapted to life, but there we are. Anyhow, if we go to this year, we have, like I said, bought in a left back. Mikel Okotra was a left back. I think I mentioned him last episode. Got the potential. Has played so far this season. Looked okay. Not too bad at all. Then we have brought in some players as well. Sam Hillian is the most important one of that. We didn't know if Ibe was going to leave. It looks likely on deadline day. No one's bidded more than 13.5 million for a big name signing, right? From a big club. Brescia bid 30 million for Ibe. Ibe didn't want to go. I rejected it anyway because it wasn't 30 million up front. And that's about the mark I want for Ibe, is about 30 million to happily sell. Ibe's homegrown, need him for the homegrown quota, and he's really good, Ibe. But Hillian has looked superb. 7.5, 3 games. I think he's only conceded once in 3 as well. And he's just defensively so solid. You know, this guy, where Ibe gets done in behind, he doesn't look like being done. Yes, he hasn't played a Champions League game yet. But going forward, for a guy that's not meant to be good going forward, takes up the right area as well. Very happy with Sam Hillian. And he's here only for 10k a week. We picked him up on a free from Manchester City. Played at Madrid, played at City. Love that. Very good signing as well. Sam Hillian there. And then we've also signed Florentino Luiz. Unfortunately for this, he's just done his Achilles in training. He played 1 game for me in the league, 2 games for me in the league. Looked really good. Scored a goal in his debut. I was like, yeah, Florentino Luiz looks like the player. He's now contemplating whether he's going to retire or not. As you can see here, he's still really good, but yeah, out for a long time as he damaged his Achilles tendon. That's not what you want to see. as well. But then the only player we've bought money in for in this window, not at the end of last window, even though we bought people in the same, I think it's the same time frame, is Nelio. Now, Nelio's potential does sway. You got to remember, 3 stars a leading player for me, 4 stars a star player, borderline on world class. He just reminds me of Dyson Thomas, just that little bit better. Great header, great marker, great tackler, can play left back. He's got very good physicals, great determination, very good mentals. If you compare him with Thomas, as you compare him with Thomas here, they are very similar. Thomas is probably just that little bit quicker, right? And because of that, he's probably a bit of a better player. But unlike Thomas, who wasn't really going to grow, Nelio has the potential to grow into what Thomas was. And for me, it's just worth the punt from Brazil. He's looked good in the 2 games he has played at a 7, which is good because I've given him a game, a full 90 and a game off the bench. What it also allows me to do is on the bench this year, I reckon we're going to go with Texema if he stays and Nelio, and have, or it probably will be Helen and Nelio now. We're going to go with 2 defensive fullbacks. So when we're ahead in Champions League games, we're just going to go bang, wingbacks on defend, see you later, hold the bus, right? But yeah, we're very happy with everything that's gone on. It's great. Obviously, Neff leaving is not great. If Tex goes, that's fine. And yeah, in terms of the outs, you know, these guys have seen a bit, but obviously Sobby went for 12 mil as well, which is a bit sad. He's actually now valued at 29 mil, which makes no sense. And Van Truber has gone for 10. Just wasn't going to play for me, worth 24 now because he's in the Premier League. It was only worth like 6 mil for me here. And Dio Donato, though, is an interesting one. Was just like the bottom of all the centre-backs. I showed him Neff first thing I did, Dim. Don't worry, I showed them Neff first thing. Relax, okay? He's gone to Heather Berlin. I get 50% of what he sells on for, and yeah. And Rodzi, we will remember Neff, and you know Eugene Neff. Please, for the love of God, just have a good career outside of me. I'm gonna make parting comments. No, that's not the parting comment I want to make. I want to make a comment of you had a great time here. And so I'm not going to bother there because it could upset him and I don't want to upset him at all as he leaves. All right. So everything recapped. All the transfers done. I think we made good business. We've got money to spend. We got maybe one more kid coming in, a wonder kid, which would be really good as well. And then I think what we are going to do is just be really good. Neff, captain, leader, legend. Yeah, he is. He would be in my all-time SFB starting 11, I think, for the rest of the save. Group stage draw coming up. Before we hit this group stage draw, good morning, Dylan. Good to see you. El Cotra's got a loan bid, not loaning him out. Offers made. Replace Neff as captain. Frank as captain? No. Sander Bloom as captain is definitely an option. Or I could give it to a Bad or a Gildo. Or Ronald. Ronald's been here and done it all. Let's see who we're going to pick as captain. Does a Bad want to be captain? He's currently, like, whatever. Give it to a Bad. It could be a Bad. He's got good leadership ability. I don't want to give it a Yeppy because he doesn't play. He wouldn't be a bad captain, no. That's a great little pun. I love that pun. Does Sander Bloom want to be captain? I'm going to give it to Sander Bloom for a year. And then we'll see how the squad looks. Sander Bloom's going to be captain. I know he's here on loan for Man United, but I'm going to give him 1 year's captain before he goes back to Man United. And just say you cut the captain of the squad. He's delighted to be appointed captain as well. Wonder if the squad's happy with that. Doesn't really say anything about it. Maybe because it's just happened as well. We might get... Well, a Bad's under, like... is wanting to leave because we just rejected 30 million from Barcelona for him. I'm not going to give it to him while he's unhappy. Next season, when a Bloom leaves, and I do expect Man United yet again to say no. I don't know how they said yes to us keeping him here this year. I expect them to say no next year. I would 100% take and give it to a Bad if he is happy to. Texem has gone to Inter. That's gone. Bang. All right. PSG signed Munizaga. How much for? for 49 million. We get a chunk of that, right? Pretty sure we did. Maybe we didn't. Maybe he went somewhere where his Wolves were bad. They're trying to go and take someone else off me. No. Leaf Christian's not leaving as well. Alright, well, it is Champions League group stage draw day. And that's what we're really here for. So let's get to that. And then there shouldn't be any more big name things that we have to really do here. Yeah, I would give Neff a statue. So Tech Zemma, obviously, I'm very happy the Hex is gone. He's got a 74 scout rating. Good luck to you. You're not going to play it into and you're going to stagnate. And hopefully that means we're going to get in this guy on deadline day in Jaroslav, and I think he will be better. It's already been capped twice too. Yes, at a lesser nation, but already been to the end. Eugene Neff end probably is. Wow, Wolves signed BO for how much? We got 40% of that. We got 4.6 mil because BO went. Beautiful. Went to Wolves for 2.3, 13, bang. All right, nice. We made good profit there as well on BO on deadline day too. Massive. The stadium should be named after the shoe, and there should be a stand called the Neff stand. And yeah, and I think Wirtz probably gets a icon statue out the front as well. Decent money rolling in here. We've got plenty of money. We've got a 100 mil transfer budget now. I'm telling you, if we make it through the group stage in January and there's players, world-class players that want to come and play more Champions League football, we will sign like we did last season. I just don't think there's any point doing it now. Zahora gets a stand too. Yeah, you'd probably name it the Shoe Stadium. You get the Neff stand on the left, on the west, Zahora Stadium on the east, and you probably get on the ends. I don't know what you do on the ends at the minute. You probably wait for some other players to leave that have been good servants. And then, yeah. Lombardo on the transfer list. Alcotra, no. He's not being loaned. I'm sorry, boys. He's not available for loan. A lot going on here, YouTube. A lot going on here. Decline that. I don't care. We just want to get to the group stage. Yeah, Villa Hermosa probably gets a stand. The Villa Hermosa end. That sounds good. Well, yeah, if a bad wins me a Champions League, sure. Alright. Is there going to be a Champions League group stage draw at any stage, or the Neff end? The Neff end sounds really good, actually. The Neff stand and the Neff end. The Neff end sounds good. We're live on Twitch. Links down below. You've got to come follow us, YouTube. Alright, surely now we're getting the group stage draw. It's right here. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. We could sign another striker. There's been strikers that I could have gone for. I haven't because we got a good kid from our youth intake last year. And he's on loan at Nords. I'll probably speak about him in a different episode. But yeah. Eventually getting there. 31st always takes a bit to loan as well. Yeah, let's see. I'd probably call it... Yeah, the Eugene Neff end. The Neff end is good. Wow, if we don't get a centre-back in on deadline day, I'll be really livid. Surely he comes to me over Wolves. I don't know, actually. He might go to Wolves. Watching the F1 tonight? I am. Alright, that wasn't the bloody centre-back, which is good. So Wolves out of nowhere have just come in for the centre-back, which had no interest the whole time. We just sold Tech Zemma. I could probably get away with it because we have Bloom, Nello, Hillen can play at centre-back. I think that's where we do need to spend some big money is at centre-back. There's one guy I want from Arsenal, but he doesn't want to speak to me contract-wise because we pissed him off. He wanted 120k to be a rotation player. I was like, no. But he might be someone that we might bring in. Benevento approach for Roma. There has got to be something. Squad player. Important player and he can go. Alright. You can go to Italy in Serie B. Surely it's the Serie B, right? Yeah, Serie B. He had a good club. He'll go out there and play and hopefully score goals. Yeah, good old. Yeah, I'll be watching the Formula One. Look, Danny Rick. You know, obviously, for reference sake, it's the day after qualifying of Baku, and everyone's gone into the wall, and Danny Rick's a bit down, but down the grid like he has been all year. But he's still trying to get used to the car. The only problem is that he did a lap on the dry compound on the dry. Oh my god! All right. Panic stations on deadline day because we are short a centre back. Bloom, Aguildo, Hillen is literally the only centre backs we got here. All right. Where is he? We're going in for him on deadline day. Ren Sheng. Still Arsenal? Good. Let's go. Let's go, buddy. $17 million. This guy does look good for those that don't know. Obviously, let's sign him. This time he's coming. For me, he's a sort of comes in, rotation, Bloom leaves, first choice. 6'2", physically a monster. Just he wants 100k a week. I don't get why. See, I'm going to actually make him a squad player here. Just make him a squad player straight off the bat. 50k a week. So for those that were in reference, when I first went in for him, he wanted to be a fringe player. I said yes, and he wanted 100k a week. So there we are. Happy with that. 54k. If we can get this down though, I'll be happy. 80k a week. Done. All right. Boom. I'm happy with that. In he comes. Ren Sheng. Also get an extra 1.6 million for the club in revenue. Just got good potential on the bench. Between him and Nilo, we're going to have two bit more experienced guys that are going to be able to play when Bloom leaves. All right, here we go. And now we've been seeded. Oh my God, we're a first seed. We're a first seed. We're a first seed. We're a first seed. How are we a first seed? Oh, our coefficient's up to 97k. Come on. All right, where are we going to get drawn? Group G. All right, let's go. Dub. Equal dub. All right, where is it? Where are we going? We're going dub. Where is the Discord? All right, let's see what dub get in, boys. Equal dub. Oh, Jay's going to beat me to it. Had to get the whole squad to celebrate this dub. Dub. Just for that dub. And then you have a spin of my Horizon guy. Yeah. How are you, JS? For those on YouTube, down below, the Discord is a lot of banter. All right, second seeds. Back to the reality. We want Napoli and Monaco. We don't want any of these boys at all. We don't want Barca. We have beaten Arsenal before. We don't want City. Spurs wouldn't be the worst. However, Berlin wouldn't be bad but great. Juve I don't want at all. Napoli and Monaco are the two. And Napoli's off out the bat. We're literally hoping for Monaco now. Arsenal go. Monaco go. Okay, we're fucked. Alright, Hertha Berlin go. Spurs, please. Alright, we're going to get Man City. Ha! If I get Dortmund again now, I'm thing. Can't get Copenhagen, who made the group stage. So we're dead. So we're coming second. I'm definitely giving you the Man City game. Third seeds aren't bad. We just really don't want Dortmund or Atletico Madrid, and we should be able to beat the rest. Lille out. Copenhagen out. That's fine. We couldn't get Copenhagen anyway. Dortmund's gone. That's a big group, that Group C. All right, now we don't want Leipzig and Atletico. Atletico gone. Now we want to see Leipzig go. Valencia go. Don't you dare get Leipzig. Oh, it's Leipzig or Roma. Why is it always me, man? Why is it always me? I'm even a first seed and I still got the group of death, man. Don't even care who we get. Mould. All right, so no matter what, we're going to finish third at least. Every year it's the same thing. Every year it's the same thing in the group. Every year. We're first seed, could avoid the bigger boys, get Man City, and then we fucking go get Leipzig. Fuck off. I have to go to England and Germany. We have to win every game at home to get out of the group. As simple as that, including beating Man City. Can I just get an easy group? I'm a first fucking seed. It's meant to be fucking bang, bang, bang. Yep, not a problem. You go through. Not fucking keep getting fucking City, Leipzig, Dortmund, Barca. Oh, fuck off. Had enough of this bullshit. Chelsea signed Mpegesi. Okay, there's some weird things going on in Football Manager these days. We get 25% of the transfer fee. That's nice to know. And Chelsea in for a Gildo for $46 million. Wow, hello. We get 38 million. This episode is just kicking off. He's unhappy. He has a release fee of 60 mil. We can reject and know that if we reject it's deadline day, we could get 60 mil from Chelsea. Or do we take it and then buy another centre back? I don't know. He's so good, man. He's so good, though. He's 6'2". He's so good. He's like perfect back here. He's so perfect back here. I'm feeling like we reject this and hope Chelsea actually then go and say, okay, 60 million, there we go. Should we sell a Gildo? There's a vote. There's a poll in the chat. We can't stall. It's deadline day. We can't stall. It's deadline day. I'm not voting on that because I don't know what I'm doing. I think we say no, and if they offer 60 million, great. I think we say no. If they offer 60 million, superb. And if they don't offer 60 million, we keep him. Because the percentage of profit's not going to be much. He's probably going to go for that thing. It's really close to that. That's where I think if this was like 45 mil, 50 mil bid, I'll probably just take it. I think 50 mil's the thing. That's about 4 mil off. If that was off 42 mil bid, I think we'd take that. It's going to be a tie here, isn't it? It's going to be a tie. It is a tie. Right. All right, boys. I've made my mind up here. It's going to be no. But I expect Chelsea to come back in for a 60 mil bid. Because there's still time on deadline day. There's still time. Every continuation now, my pants just go, Offer a Gildo out for 60. We could. It is deadline day. I think we've actually safe here. Because our window closes on the 2nd, but I think everyone else's closes here. All right, we got a Gildo to stay. Good. For now. A Gildo said thing. I didn't want to lose him, though. Not on deadline day. Not on deadline day for me. Our window's still open. Their windows isn't. Their window just shut. That's all I'm going to say. Their window just shut. We have another centre-back coming in. We have another centre-back coming in. This has been a lot longer of a part of this episode than I thought. I think what we are going to do here, YouTube, it's been a 30-minute episode anyway, is that once we probably should see when we're playing these games, I think I'm going to just give you the Man City game here. And then, yeah. Yeah, but they might wane in interest and he might become happy and I might be able to tie him down for a $100 million clause then. We'll see. let's have a look at these Champions group stage draws. So who we got first up? We got Leipzig, Mold. We've only got City back to back. All right, guys. What I'm going to do in this episode is I'm going to go play the Leipzig and Mold game off this episode. We'll recap both games for you, which should be a... Look, if we can win both those games, it's massive, right? And then next episode is going to be a City doubleheader and then a conclusion as to where we stay, where we are in the group. All right, guys. I'll see you guys on YouTube in just a second for the highlights of both games. And, of course, if we sign the centre-back on the deadline day in Rensheng, the Chinese, and if anyone leaves, you will know as well. Welcome back, YouTube. Damien here. Let's recap the two Champions League games, like I said, and end episode 133. Big note, 134 is going to be a Manchester City doubleheader, and then obviously the conclusion of the group with all its highlights and everything like that. All I'm going to say is we are playing shit football. Absolutely dead horrid football. How many times have you seen us play 8 games and only our top goal scorers is 5? No one. Evander has not scored a goal since his 3rd league game. Lars has not scored a goal since he scored against Leipzig, but before then has only really scored in one other game where he scored a hat-trick. Our problem at the moment, and it showed here against Nords, because we played a full-strength side against Nords and semi-rotated against Mold, expecting a big win, we got beat in the league. We just don't score. My strikers, Wirtz, Lars, and Evander aren't scoring goals. We thought Penna couldn't hit a barn door. Everyone's missing big chances. Huge chances. Anyhow, that's not what we're here to recap. We're here to recap this. We currently are top of the tree. So are City. Both teams on 6 points. That is massive in the context of this season. Next episode, we do play them at home first. That's a big game. If we can somehow get a win there, we are in prime position to top the group, which is good. And if we don't win there, then so be it. But hopefully we can get maybe a point or something like that and hopefully find ourselves in position. Anyhow, let's just recap these games here and I won't try to get too angry too much. I want to watch the key highlights of this game because we have to thank Abad. We have to thank the back 4. There was 8 bookings from us. We literally, when we went down to 10 men because Ronald got double red carded, we literally just said, let's hold on for dear life. As you can see, Gildo got on the ball. Ball found Hellion. It was a big chance, I think, this one here. Over the top. And Lars with a massive chance. This is what's been happening. Every one-on-one, wide, into the keeper, into the post, the bar. We can't score at the minute. In the end, very lucky here to score as well. We penned him in. We were all over him for this 10-minute spell. Their centre-back, Bromo, was still in the box as that ball was played for whatever reason. And Lars slotted it into an open goal. And I'm telling you right now, if Kaneko was in any sort of position, Lars would have found a way to hit him. And then from there, it was just backs against the wall. And hopefully we can make saves. And that was all it was. It was a game that, you know, it was a game there where we really should have not have won. But it is what it is. As you can see here, they got back on the ball straight away. And this was just kind of summing up what was to come. Is that they built up and, you know, looked good. And we did nothing with the ball. This might have been our highlight by Marie. I can't remember. But, yeah, it wasn't a day. It wasn't our sort of day to win. Now, it's strange saying this. Our problem usually hasn't been scoring. It's usually been defending. You know, we concede 1 a game or whatever. If it wasn't for our back 4 at the minute and a bad, we would be on 1 point probably in the Champions League here. The goal we conceded to the Mold was stupid in itself, but yeah. And then second half, it was just backs against the wall for the whole game. Bad's made a big save out here somewhere in this run of form in a one-on-one. Couple big blocks. This might be the Abad save, actually. Yeah, that's a fantastic save. And then we cleared it into someone and somehow they put it wide. But a fantastic save from Abad. The red card incident, as you can see here, Ronald just gets caught being a little bit too high. Ball in wasn't the greatest, and then he thinks he can win the ball there. The ball was probably there to be won, but when you don't win it and you bring him down in the middle of the park, professional foul, you're gone. And then, yeah, we didn't want to see highlights. In the end, we had, even with 10 men, we had chances. Like, Ismail's got to do better here, and he's been poor for me this season. You know, he's got to take his man down the line. You can't swing it. You're down to 10 men. You've got to get to the byline, win a corner, or do whatever. And then, you know, big chances here, big tackle. And they still get the highlight as well. You know, it was just backs to the wall. We get a big block in here eventually. I think it's from Bloom. No, it's from Hillman, the new signing. He's been fantastic, by the way. He's averaging 7.7, I think, over every game he's played. Hillman just comes in and is just defensively so solid. And yeah, and then the highlight should end, really, because I don't think we really do too much here, and it's the end of the highlight. We don't shoot. Oh, no, Ismail shoots from here and doesn't put it on target. Like, when you're there, you got to do it. But yeah, look, it was what it was. I don't think they really particularly had a big enough highlight throughout it. And then against Mould, we dominated this game. We had chance after chance after chance after chance after chance. And we just didn't score. We hit the post a couple of times, the bar a couple of times. Because there's so many chances, I'm just going to show you the goals. And this just sums up that our strikers can't score. Evander got an assist, so he got a 7.2. But watch this. Ball comes in. Evander's about to tap it in. So their keeper sticks the leg out, hits the back of his keeper's leg and goes in. Own goal. Like, if that doesn't happen, Evander scores, he's back the goal-scoring ways. Anyway, we go on the break. Evander wins it. Good ball to Jose Ramayundu, who's not been in the best of form either, but mercifully finishes that. And then have a look at this for a goal from Mould. Everyone just stops. Ball through. Apparently not a foul according to the keeper. And then Hillman ran past the ball, stopped. Everybody stopped, and he put it in the top bin. Like, different day, Hillman gets the ball, whatever. I just don't get it. But anyway, we're on 6 points. 2-goal difference compared to City, 6 points, where they've pumped everyone. They beat Mould 3-0 and looked fantastic. They did score 2 late goals, but, you know, they deserved to win 3-0, you would imagine. And City beat Leipzig thanks to a big couple of goals from Calvo early doors. Scored one and the second one second half. And that's the sort of guy we're going to have to deal with, you know. Up until we played Leipzig as well, have a look at Nuremberg. They did not lose a game. And are they still top in the Bundesliga? They've started losing now, which is great. But yeah, up until they beat up to us, they've not lost a game in friendlies or there. And then they went draw, lost, just beat Frankfurt, lost again. So we started their run of poor form. But yeah, we got really lucky against Leipzig to win 1-0. And against Mould, it felt like a game we're going to get FM'd in. The big takeaway from this this 2-game recap and the end of this episode is we are not scoring goals, ladies and gentlemen. Lars, Wirtz, Ovando can't score. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to bin Ovando. I'm going to go Wirtz and Lars and have a good understanding. I hope that provides goals here against Bromby and Midtjylland. And if that does, expect to see them start against City. And Ovando may find himself in the peripheral because he is not banging them in. Anyhow, from Damon and everybody else here, it is going to be the end of the episode. Links down below. Like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's been a crazy episode with transfers and everything. Also, you would have seen that he is in. I nearly forgot. But we did sign Rain on deadline. They got a work permit, as they always do. They never don't. 17.75 million. Looks pretty outstanding, doesn't he? And I think he's going to be a good player for us moving forward as well. But yeah, from Damon and everybody else here, I'll see you next time. Thank you and goodbye.